What's up, gentlemen? Welcome to another segment of our review sessions. Today we'll be reviewing our famous pairs, our indices that we love trading. Today we're gonna trade. We're gonna review our US 30, our US 100, and our DAX 40. So, without further ado, let's take a look at what happened today, what happened today in markets, right? So as you saw in the beginning of the video, as always, I'll first do an analysis and then I'll explain the analysis afterwards, right? Like I'm doing now. So what pair we got here is that we got US 30, US 100, NAS 100, sorry. So as you see NAS 100 today, this is how NAS 100 played out, right? So NAS 100 on open, it opened at this level over here. Let's see, it opened over here, right? It moved up. So we needed to find a little bit of structure. So it formed a little bit of structure. So what we saw in the morning, South African time, is that we identified our range, right? We identified our areas of value, sorry. So our areas of value is our support over here and our resistance over here, and we see price playing within this zone, right? So we found our areas of value, which is there and there, and we can see it's an area of value because it rejected this zone and it's rejected this zone and it rejected over here, and it was playing within this range over here. So without further ado, as you can see, as we were anticipating or waiting for New York session, what our plans would be is that we would either enter a trade if it broke out of here, retested and pushed to the downside, or broke up there, retested and pushed to the upside, right? So what we see here is that price at 3:30, price pushed to the downside. It pushed to the downside, retested our supply zone, rejected our supply zone, and pushed to the upside. So the riskier entry is that you would have entered at this zone over here based off this rejection, and enter and push to the upside, putting our stop loss over here, and entering here and pushing to the upside. It was a very nice trade. This as you can see, it went to 600 all the way to 700, so nice money was made if you executed this trade. The safer side, if you go on to the 15-minute time frame, okay, let's go to the lower time frame, 5 minutes. Let's go to the 5 minutes. Here we go over here. So on the 5 minutes, what we have here is that price broke out. It broke out and it retested the zone over here and pushed back to the upside. So that was going to be the safer zone, the safer entry, which is 27 points away from the riskier entry, which is not a bad trade at all. If you executed this trade, this was a nice trade for you to enter. If we go to the daily, how we identified our TP is because of this zone here, our high, our most recent high. So as you can see, price failed to break that, and that was our TP, and that's how we determined our TP. So now go ahead next to US 30. So US 30, we go down to the 1 hour. Zoom in. So here we got our pair US30. So as you can see, it's in a channel, right? It's within our channel over here. So we wanted to find our areas of value within our channel. So how we identified our areas of value is this level over here, the rejection over here, which was our resistance turned into support. Price broke into this zone over here. So price opened up, let's see where price opened up like that, got to this zone, it rejected the zone, it pushed to the downside, retesting this area of value, it pushed up to the upside. So when I was on the markets, this is what I saw. I found this area of value, and I found this area of value based on our channel over here and our resistance over here. Our resistance we found formed at about 12 o'clock. Our highest point at that time before market open. So we identified those zones, and this is what happened. So market opened up, and you saw price, as you can see, price battled to break this zone over here. So a nice entry, as you can see, if price battled to break our resistance zone, this was going to be a sell entry, and we were going to push to the downside. So this was at 35872 to all the way to 35800, which is also a good trade to have been. So as you can see, price was playing within our area of value, within our zones. So yes, that's what I have to say about this trade. And yeah, there's not much I have to say about this trade. As you can see how it formed. So the next one is DAX, my favorite pair. Missed this entry with DAX. Was a little bit busy, preoccupied with work, couldn't enter this one. So with DAX, as you can see, we had to identify our areas of value. Our areas of value, the day before, we saw price reached its high. It's high yesterday. So now we drew our area of value, which that was our support. So now what we wanted to wait for is that for price to break above, which it did break above, and as you can see, it's got to our resistance zone, right? It got to our resistance zone, price played out. We had to see if it forms a little bit of structure, which it did form a little bit of structure. So that was going to give us a little bit more confluence on how we could have entered this trade, right? So now if price, so now we have identified our structure, we've identified our areas of value. So it was playing within here. So now we'll wait for price to get to either one of our areas of value, our support or our resistance. As you can see, price went to our support. It tested our support, it rejected our support, and it moved to the upside, right? It moved to the upside, as you can see, and at market open of German 30, which is at 9:30, which is at 9 o'clock, sorry. You could have entered at the break of this and pushed the upside, right? The riskier trade was if you entered here and you saw this rejection candle over here, and you saw price didn't have any momentum to the downside, then you're going to take the risk of entering here and hopefully price push to the upside. As you can see, price rejected the zone and pushed the upside. Let's go to a lower time frame and see how it played out on our lower time frame. So as you can see, price got to this zone, we saw the rejection of this zone. So we weren't going to enter at this candle over here, we want to enter at the next candle, because the next candle would have confirmed that price is moving to the other direction. it's moving to the upward direction, right? So yeah, that's DAX 40. So as we can see, so like our checklist, we'll go through our checklist that we do when we enter a trade. So when we enter trade, checklist number one, or the first thing that you see, is the trend of the market, right? The trend of the market, we saw it was an uptrend, and how we identify this is if you look on the higher time frame, you'll see that price was at an uptrend, right? Our second one is the break and retest of structure. So we saw it move to the upside, it broke, it retested, right? That's confluence number two. Confluence number three, the rejection of our supply zones, right? That is confirmation number three. And confirmation number four is that when once it rejects that zone, the push to the upside, or we see a bullish candle, sorry. As you can see, he has a bullish candle over here, and that confirmed to us that this trend is more than likely to go to the upside, right? So as you can see, we waited until market open, and boom, the price moved to the upside. So how did we identify our TP? Our TP was identified on the higher time frame. If we go to our 4-hour, as you can see, our TP was based off this, as you can see, marked with these downward arrows. Our TP was here by our resistance zone. Yes, gentlemen, and that is all I have to say about our review session today. And yeah, I hope you guys got a little bit of value from the review session. And yeah, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow again with our review session of how the market plays out tomorrow.